Oh.
Have a seat.
Yeah, I will. I can't fit in here, bro.
Too bad.
All right.
Welcome back to Advocacy, Alchemy with Professor Ross. Today we have a good one, guys. Sometimes all it takes is a routine traffic stop for some things to completely unravel. Today's case starts with a DoorDash driver weaving through highway traffic like he's on a mission. But it ends with screaming, threats, and some of the most disturbing verbal outbursts we've featured so far. We're heading to Royal Palm Beach, Florida, where sheriff deputies pulled over a driver who refuses to comply, wouldn't provide ID, then launches into a chaotic tirade that included violent threats, spiritual proclamations, and a string of disturbing statements that escalate the situation beyond simple traffic enforcement. This is one of those moments where we ask, how does a person go from a simple moving violation to multiple criminal charges? And it all happens in the span of a few minutes. Was this about frustration, mental health, or something more sinister? Let's break it all down together, because when the body cam's rolling, every word, every action, every delay becomes part of the legal record. With that, let's jump in.
Hey, grab the steering wheel. Grab the steering wheel. Sheriff's Office Deputy Tahad, is there a reason why you're cutting in and out of traffic like that?
I got something to do.
Okay, well now I'm gonna need your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. You're now going, that's gonna have to wait now.
I'm just saying, I gotta deliver.
Sir, I'm asking you for your driver's license, registration, proof of
Obviously,
insurance.
that's what I was looking for. Why do you think I was doing
Sir,
it?
then continue to do that, please.
You know what? I can't find it.
Well, that's a problem.
That's your problem. Go write it up. Go do something then. By the time you come back, I'll have it. Bye. Bye.
Everyone, he's refusing to lower the window. This is a rental vehicle, so I cannot identify him. I don't need traffic for now. I'm holding for my 94. I'm 10-4. Get out. No. Get out.
No.
Get out.
No.
Get out.
You opened up
Get out.
the door.
Get out.
Bro.
Get out.
Bro.
Get out.
You just,
Get out.
Bro. I'm talking. Bro. Stop. Stop. Bro. Stop. Stop. Bro. Stop. Bro, stop.
Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
I didn't
Hands behind your
do
back.
anything.
Hands behind your back.
Bro, I'm
You're
over here
under
looking
arrest.
for my... Oh my God,
Got it.
sir, excuse me, bro. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed.
You're under arrest
I'm
now.
not restraining. I'm not restraining. Bro, chill, bro, chill. Bro.
Don't move.
Oh my God,
Don't
that's
move.
fucked up.
Don't move.
All right, I'm done. Bro, stop, bro.
Turn over.
Bro,
Turn over.
Turn over. Can you ask? Hold on, bro.
Turn over.
Bro, I'm like, come on, can I do this?
No.
All right.
Stay like that.
I don't have anything. I'm looking for my wallet.
You're under arrest.
Why?
Obstruction, resisting.
I
Failing to
wasn't
identify
trying to
yourself.
resist and I was...
Turn around.
Oh my God, bro. I'm not like, bro.
Turn around.
Can we talk about
No.
this? All right. Damn.
Stay down.
I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm done.
You are done.
Damn, bro. This is not... I have nothing. I'm actually just trying to deliver an order.
Listen,
bro.
I'm going to check your pockets.
Bro, you can go ahead, bro. I have nothing. Dang, bro. I'm literally looking for my wallet, bro. This is sad, bro. Wow.
I'm going to ask you to get out.
You didn't ask me to get out. You just kept knocking on my
I'm going
window.
to
I
ask
said,
you to get
talk
up, and
to
you're going
me.
to go to the back of my vehicle. Ready?
All right.
All right.
Bro, can you
sit
get
down.
my
Sit
phone,
down.
bro?
Sit down.
Damn, that's some dirty ass shit, bro.
Stand up.
Damn, that's some dirty ass shit. Can I get my phone, dog? Damn, oh my gosh, oh my God. Thank you, Mr. Fritz. I'm calling Mr. Fritz. Yo.
Have a seat.
Yeah, I would. I can't fit in here, bro.
Too bad.
All right.
I have reckless. He pulls over here. It's a rental. I ask him for identification. He just like blah, 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 blah. He laughs, puts the window up. So he puts the window up. Once Benjamino gets here, I open up the door because he won't talk to me. He yanks it back. I yank it towards me. And out he goes.
Did we run him at all?
No, it's a rental.
No,
He didn't. No, not yet.
Okay, because he sound like he maybe a 20 or something.
He's laughing at me. I don't know what he's looking for, but I'll find out. I'm gonna see if I find the wallet.
Bro, I can't breathe. Excuse me. Excuse me. No, I can't breathe in here. I can't breathe in here, bro. I can't breathe in here. I'm being honest with you. I can't breathe. I can't right now, bro.
Go back.
I can't, bro.
Stop screaming.
I can't. Oh! Oh! Oh, I'm gonna tell on your ass. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. Oh shit, this how I'm finna get rich. Oh shit, this how I'm finna get rich. Bro, this nigga just pushed me, bro. That's so disrespectful, bro. These niggas just threw me on the floor, bro. This is why God don't like ugly, bro. Hey, damn, bro. It wasn't like I was trying to sit here and be an asshole. I'm like, bro, could you give me a second, bro? I'm actually trying to find my shit. I'm really actually over here frantic about my life. He think I give a fuck about this ticket and shit like that. I'm like, bro, chill, bro. It's not that deep. You over here want to be a dickhead. I'm like, bro, do you see how much traffic it is out here? I am very frustrated, just like you are. Bro, can you give me some time, bro? But it's like, no, you the only person who can have a attitude. You the only person who can have a goddamn energy like that, bro. Y'all f***ed up, bro. I'm calling my lawyer and he's on y'all ass, bro. He's on y'all ass, bro. He's on y'all ass, bro. Y'all did the right thing, bro. Y'all did the right thing, and I'm picking up all y'all cameras because I didn't do nothing, bro. On that camera, you see me looking for my shit, man. And I said, talk to me. Let me know what you need. You did not say a thing. You proceeded to pull me out of the car and jack me out of that shit, man. That's f***ed up, dog. You f***ed up, man. Just because you mad, don't bring that shit on me, but God gonna kill your ass in the right way, you little nigga. That's why I'm gonna f*** your daughter when I get out too. And I'm gonna f*** your wife, you bitch ass nigga. All y'all probably swinging, I'm gonna catch y'all ass out that motherfucker too. And I'm gonna thumb through her shit and I'm gonna rape your daughter, you bitch. I got $1 million case on y'all niggas now. I got $1 million case on y'all niggas now. Woo! I'm over here trying to deliver food, my nigga.
Let's walk through the laws in Florida that apply to this case, because once the traffic stop begins, the legal violations started stacking up really quickly here. First, you had reckless driving. This is found in Florida Statute Section 316.192. The law covers any person who drives with willful or wanton disregard for the safety of others. Swerving between lanes and cutting through traffic aggressively fits this charge. It carries a penalty for a first offense as a second-degree misdemeanor. That means up to 90 days in jail or 6 months probation and a fine of up to $500. Number 2, resisting an officer without violence. This is found at Section 843.02. This applies when a person obstructs or opposes law enforcement during a lawful arrest or while they're performing their lawful duties. And this is all without using any additional violence. Refusing to identify himself, shutting the door, and non-compliance all fall within this statute. The penalty is a first-degree misdemeanor. This is punishable by up to 1 year in jail, 1 year of probation, and a fine of up to $1,000. Now, let's move on to the next one. Number 3 is resisting an officer with violence. This is also found at the Florida statutes. This is found at section 843.01. Now, this is where things escalate. If the struggle over the door or any physical actions include force, then this charge would apply. This is a third-degree felony. It carries up to 5 years in prison, 5 years on probation, and a fine of up to $5,000. Now, here, I really don't think that with violence would apply unless the officers just want to be hard on the person. Number 4, threats to law enforcement. This is found at section 836.05. This statute deals with threats of bodily harm intended to intimidate or retaliate. The suspect makes repeated graphic threats, including references to rape and murder, potentially triggering this charge. This carries a penalty of a second-degree felony, punishable up to 15 years in prison. So this can be pretty serious. It also points to why it's important that if you're upset, just keep your mouth closed when you're dealing with police. Number 5, disorderly conduct. This is found in Florida Statute Section 877.03. This law covers behavior that disturbs the peace or shocks public sensibilities. This includes ranting, screaming, and foul language in a public setting, even like a highway stop. This is a penalty of This is also a second-degree misdemeanor. It carries up to 60 days in jail and a $500 fine. Number 6, refusing to provide identification. This is found in section 901.36(1). Under Florida law, when lawfully detained or arrested, refusing to identify oneself is a chargeable offense. This is a first-degree misdemeanor, carries up to 1 year in jail, 1 year probation, and a fine of up to $1,000. An important thing to think about all 6 of these charges we talked about is that these can potentially stack, and that means that a judge can look at these and let these sentences run together or consecutively. Additionally, the judge could look at how long he refused and how many times they had to ask him to do so. Additionally, remember that the stop started because of his reckless driving, weaving through traffic. So the officers and the judge still have the chance to assess whether there was a risk to public safety. Now let's turn to our 6 levels of evidentiary standards. Each of these plays a role in how a judge or a jury views the suspect's behavior and the officer's response. Let's define them, and let's apply them directly to this case. First, you have mere suspicion. This is the lowest level. This is just a gut feeling or a hunch. An officer may have felt something was off simply by watching the vehicle weave through traffic. That's a mere suspicion. Number 2, reasonable suspicion. Now we move into legal justification. It's more than a hunch. There must be a specific and articulable set of facts that suggest a law is being broken. Here, reckless lane changes and speeding give officers reasonable suspicion to initiate the stop. Number 3, probable cause. This is the standard needed for an arrest or to get a search warrant. The refusal to produce ID, the resistance, and verbal non-compliance likely gave the deputy probable cause to detain the suspect and open the vehicle door. Number 4, preponderance of the evidence. This applies in civil context and means more likely than not. It takes about 50%, we say about 51% of the evidence in your favor in order to win the case. If the case goes to court for resisting arrests or threats, a preponderance might be enough in internal affairs reviews or lawsuits related to the use of force. Number 5, clear and convincing evidence. This is a higher bar. It's used in things like civil commitment orders and some administrative penalties. If the defense argues mental instability or misconduct by the officer, this standard might come into play for disciplinary boards reviewing the officer's conduct. What's different between this level and the one before it is simply that this is used in cases where you really need more evidence each time. Say, for instance, when we're talking about these different reviews and things of that nature, think about things like a Section 8 housing review or something like that, where there's an agency you have to go in front of. You're going to have more evidence in your favor. It takes about 75% of the evidence that's out there needs to be in your favor. All right, finally, we have number 6, beyond a reasonable doubt. This is the highest standard, the one needed to convict anyone in the United States. This is used in every criminal setting. To prove resisting with violence or threats to law enforcement, prosecutors would need to show, beyond a reasonable doubt, that the suspect's actions were intentional and met every element of the statute. Each level builds on the one before it. Remember, video footage, officer testimony, and even the suspect's own words can all move this needle up the evidentiary ladder. Now, let's step into the jury box and see this case from their eyes. Let's step into the jury box for a moment. Now remember, a jury member is the fact finder. They're going to bring the verdict on this case, and the judge is simply going to deliver the verdict. Now, you're one of the 12 people tasked with deciding what really happened here, based solely on the evidence and the law and your common sense. Now, if we start simple, do you believe the suspect was resisting arrest, or is he just confused, frustrated, and just a little bit slow to comply? Second, when the officer opened the car door, was this a lawful action based on a refusal to identify himself? Or did it feel like an escalation? Now, if we move a bit deeper here, did the suspect's own words cross the line into criminal threats? Phrases like, I'm going to get your daughter, or I'm going to kill you. Did they seem like idle rants or credible threats? Next, does mental state matter here? If you felt the suspect was in an emotional crisis, would that change how you view his resistance and the language he used? And finally, if you were the law enforcement officer, would you have felt physically threatened? And would you be concerned for your safety or your partner's safety? Because as a juror, you're not just looking at the law, you're measuring intention, credibility, and the totality of the encounter. And that means wrestling with one more factor, your intuition, that little feeling. A moment that told you this wasn't just a bad attitude, but a more dangerous situation that was going to explode. All right, with that, let's wrap up and get ready to let you go for the morning. What started as a simple traffic violation spiraled into a full-scale meltdown, not because of a lack of information, but a lack of cooperation and control. This case reminds us that refusing to comply doesn't make you a freedom fighter. It makes you vulnerable to arrest. And no matter how upset or overwhelmed you may feel, there's a line you just can't cross. Once verbal threats turn violent or sexual, the law no longer sees frustration, it sees a felony. For law enforcement, this is a classic example of managing escalation under pressure. For the rest of us, a cautionary tale. Your words have legal weight. Common sense also comes into play here. You mess around, you'll find out. And when the camera's rolling, that weight, it can crush your entire defense. Now let's bring it back to something we've been teaching throughout the lectures. Intuition. Sometimes you see people talk themselves into a deeper hole. That tension you get in your stomach, that's like your inner jury telling you, get away from this situation. This person is losing control. The officers felt it. I'm sure some of you all felt it also, just watching the video, seeing how wound tight the guy was. And if you were on a jury, you'd be right to weigh that. So here's our major takeaway. If you're ever in a legal situation, pause, breathe, remember, your behavior can be evidence. Your words are evidence. And that same intuition you're ignoring, the jury won't. Make sure to drop your thoughts and comments in the comments below. Was this resisting mental health or something else? Would you vote guilty or not guilty? Like, subscribe, and join us as we break down body cams daily. Remember, this is Advocacy Alchemy. I am Professor Ross. I'll see you tomorrow. Be safe out there. Have a good day.